Looking at the opening day lineups, George Kell of the Chicago White Sox since 1951, and looking here at 1955, I see batting fourth in the cleanup spot, George Kell.
No kidding, was I batting fourth?
Batting fourth, Carrasco, Fox, Minoso, Kell, Rivera, Dropo, Neiman, Lauer, and Consuegra. I guess that's how you say it.
Yeah, Consuegra. Consuegra.
Did you get any hits opening day?
I don't know. I led the club in hitting and runs batted in that year.
I'm sure you did. I thought you played more than 1 year with the White Sox.
I did.
You weren't in the opening day? What years were they?
55, 56, no, 54, 55, 55, 56. Was not in the lineup. 56.
Must have been too cold for you.
Yeah, too cold. There's one down the line in left field. A long run and can't get it. Going to be extra bases. Phillips may go for threes on his way to third, and a stand-up triple. Corey Snyder was having trouble with that ball all the way down the line.
Yeah, it looked like he was running in slow motion. Of course, this could be a little wet out there, a little heavy running, but did not play this ball well at all. The ball hung up there a long time. The ball obviously curving towards the foul line. You see there stumbles, falls, and then has to get up and retrieve the ball. Tony hustling around second base.
So a runner at third, nobody out, and the batter is Trammell, who's had a couple of hits today. Scored a run and batted in a run. They're going to play the infield in again. And a strike to Alan Trammell. Trammell has had 7 hits this year. 1 home run, 2 doubles. He's batted in a run in this game. And another base hit. Alan Trammell lines it sharply into left, and the Tigers lead it 7-0. 3 for 3.
Yeah, this is a sweet swing of Alan Trammell or not. He's back on track right now after a great opening day. Struggled somewhat the last few games, but looked like he's right back on his game right now. Great swing here. Look at him keep his head right down on the ball. Didn't try to over pull it. Hit the ball sharply in the hole at shortstop.
And the batter is Whitaker, who's had a single and a walk in this game. And he pops it up. Might be in play. And did he come up with it? No. Ventura trying to go into the seats to get it.
Just in the first row, the fans have the right to the ball. As long as they don't reach out on the field and take the ball out of the hand. Look there. You see there the ball is in the stands. He's reaching in. Now, that ball belongs to the fans as much as it does the fielder. But if you do reach out on the field, the umpire has a judgment call, and he can call him out.
Here's a ball hit off the glove. Base hit. That's got to be extra bases. Whitaker heads for second. Trammell for third. Thomas got his glove on it. The ball might have gone foul had he not touched it. Then he drove it into foul territory.
He hit the ball so hard that Thomas had a difficult time reacting to it. Again, and you were right, George. You see there he takes a little step off. The ball is hit so hard he reaches. The ball was hooking, but since he touched the ball in fair territory, even if the ball lands in foul territory, as long as he touched it, it's a fair ball.
So a double for Whitaker. Tigers have him at second and third. And the batter is Cecil Fielder. Cecil is 1 for 2. He had a 3-run homer in the third inning. And they're playing the infield back for Cecil. Pitch is low. 7-0. The Tigers lead it. We're in the 4th inning. Gets ready. They'll make it 2-0.
Tigers have a chance to put this game out of reach here in this inning if they get a couple key base hits.
A ground ball would get a run in anywhere but first base or pitcher, and he fouls it away. Cecil had a good pitch to hit, but he was trying to pull it, and the pitch was outside. It's the final in Boston. Roger Clemens has pitched a shutout, 1-0 over Kansas City.
They say he's pitching better than ever, and that's scary.
Ball 2, strike 1. We'll make it 3-1. You don't see many 1-0 games in Fenway.
Saberhagen obviously pitched a strong ball game.
Baltimore leads Milwaukee 3-2 in the 5th. And he walked him. Well, with first base open, Cecil didn't figure to get too much to hit. Bases are loaded with nobody out as Sammy Ellis makes his trip to the mound. Incaviglia fly deep to left field in the first inning, walked in the 3rd. And he hits it on the ground towards shortstop. They'll go to first base with it. Ball was not hit hard. In to score comes Trammell, and the Tigers lead it 8-0. Ozzie had only one play. That was at first base. And the runners move up.
Not what he really wanted to do, but he does get the run in. Pete got a little anxious there, and he threw him a fastball that looked like it was inside, hit him on the handle of the bat, but able to get the run and the RBI for himself.
They keep looking to the dugout to see if they want to walk Tettleton, but Torborg says pitch to him. They play the infield in. Ooh, he had a good pitch to hit. 1 strike to Mickey Tettleton.
Well, Rob Deere looks like his batting eye is back. Now if they can get Tettleton going, this could be an awesome lineup.
They'll make some runs. They have scored 8 times today and lead it 8-0. And a base hit into left. It's going to get 2 more in. Here's the throw to the plate.
Oops.
Oh, he skied it to the plate. And down to second goes Tettleton. Oh, you knew he would score. That was Cecil coming.
I know it. The freight train running around third base, and it looked like on a normal guy, he would have scored easily. But you have to remember, Corey Snyder is one of the best throwers in all of baseball, but he airmails this one over the catcher's head. And that's going to be a pitching change. Thorberg coming out, and this is not what he had hoped for opening day in the new ballpark.
Not 10-0.
10-0, and really not playing well. The Sox not playing well here, and they were hoping to put on a good show for a sellout. Third pitcher used in this ball game, Ken Patterson, a fine-looking left-hander who had a big year for the White Sox last year. 43 games he pitched in for the Sox, 2 saves. So far this year, he has pitched in 1 game, just 1 inning, has not allowed a hit or a run. Pitched very well in spring training, and certainly in one of the fine young pitchers that the White Sox have, and they're counting on him heavily again. Just 26 years old, 6'4", 210 pounds, and he resides in McGregor, Texas.
He'll face Rob Deere. Rob Deere, the batter, with a runner at second. 1 out here in the 4th inning, and the Tigers lead it 10-0.
Kind of surprised they took out the right-hander to pitch to Deere. Rob hits left-handers much better than the right-hand throwers.
You got to be a little bit surprised at a couple of things there, that he allowed the right-hander to pitch to Tettleton with a right-handed batter coming up. He got a base hit. Then he brings the left-hander in to pitch to the right-hander. Strange things happening here on opening day. Rob Deere goes for a pitch out of the strike zone. He had a long home run in the 3rd inning.
He says, well, I've had a good day already. 1 hit, 2 RBIs. He said, I'm going for a big day now. I'm going to try to hit number 2. But that time, the ball well out of the strike zone.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh. Would cut it a fastball, and he fouls it away.
George Kelly's getting a little nippy up here.
It's getting colder. Tigers would like to get this game through the 5th inning with a 10-0 lead. Very definite threat of rain in the air. There's the runner at second, Tettleton. The 1-2 pitch. That'll make it 2-2. There was no scoring in the game the first 2 innings. The Tigers scored 6 times in the 3rd inning. They've scored 4 here in the 4th. And the 2-2 pitch to Rob Deere. He pops it up. It's going to get out of play right on top of the dugout.
This is a good hitter's ballpark, George. There's not very much room in the foul territory. And over a course of a season, a lot of balls that go up in the air or outs. We're here at Comiskey Park. You'll get a second chance to swing.
Bo Schembechler had a chance to make a catch on that ball, but he declined.
Oh, he's a former left-handed pitcher. You know, they're non-athletic.
Look at this. It hit right in front of him, right on top of the dugout. He is seated right next to the dugout, right in front of him. But he made no effort.
We'll give him an error for lack of effort.
Lack of effort. It's 2-2 to Rob Deere. Big Rob Deere. He's got one thing in mind. Get something he can drive. And he drives it down the line. Well hit and gone.
Holy moly.
Another home run for Rob Deere.
He reached out and looked like he was off balance, and that ball shot out of here like a rocket.
A line drive over the left field fence. 2 more runs batted in, and the Tigers lead it 12-0. With an awesome display of power here today. Take a look at this, Al.
Look how he reaches out. He turns the ball over. He reaches out. Ball's low and away. Fist is down to try to block the ball. And the ball shot out of here over the 347 mark into the seats.
John Shelby will bat right-handed. He's had a double today in 2 trips. 2 home runs for this man, Rob Deere, and 4 runs batted in. Big swing and a miss by Shelby. The way you plan opening day in a new ballpark. But there'll be better days for this ball club.
No question about it. No question about it. They could be a little anxious and a little nervous about coming into the new ballpark. And they're off to a very good start.
This is hit foul. Out made this inning was on a ground ball by Incaviglia, and that batted in a run. This one hit to third, and it's fair ball, and everybody's going to be safe.
Oh, Robin Ventura nonchalant at the ball as if, hey, this is a foul ball. I'm just going to go over and block it so it doesn't go down the left field line, and it's called a fair ball. He didn't go after that ball the way I've seen him go after balls before.
Not at all, and they're debating on how to score it. They scored a base hit. It's a single for Shelby. And the batter is Fryman. Tigers sent 10 batters to the plate in the 3rd inning, and Fryman is the 9th batter here in the 4th inning. The pitch inside. Travis Fryman has batted twice. Both times in the same inning in the third inning. He walked, scored a run, then he flied to center. And he takes a strike. One ball, one strike. The runner at first base is Shelby. And they're playing behind John Shelby.
Well, they're hoping that he runs because they want to make the White Sox mad, because this is a blowout right now and you don't want to upset the team. 12-run lead. If you run right now, you really be rubbing the White Sox noses in the dirt.
And it's ball 3. 3-1 to Fryman. I might remind you, even though it's 12-0, it will not be an official game until the White Sox bat in the 5th inning. And we're only in the 4th. And he walks Fryman. A base on balls to Fryman. And Phillips will bat again. He opened this inning with a triple as we look at the Brain Trust, Torborg and Sammy Ellis. The White Sox pitching, which has been so good all year, falling apart here today.
I would make a bet that this did not happen all of last year.
That could be good thinking.
2 innings in a row where they batted around.
Tony will bat right-handed, and he hits it foul. Tony Phillips has flied to left, bounced to second, triple to start this inning. Batting at .093 after a great spring.
Boy, if everybody had the makeup of this guy, well, he loves to play, he loves to win, and he gives it everything every day out there.
And he hits it high in the air to left field. This ball is carrying well, way back, and this one's gone. Tony Phillips has hit a 3-run homer, and the beat goes on.
Oh, I'm telling you,
believe it?
This is turning into a hitter's ballpark. Everybody to a man said this is a bigger ballpark than the old Comiskey Park, but the Tigers are saying, hey, no way today.
15-0, the Tigers lead it, and we're only in the 4th inning.
Nice scorecard. I don't know what's happening to it. I have no room on it. Take a look at the pitch again. Looks like a little cut fastball, maybe a slider over the 375 mark, and believe me, the wind is blowing towards right field, towards the right field foul line.
Here's Trammell. He's 3 for 3 today, and he takes a strike.
Yeah, Tram looked like he was given a little ground there, expecting maybe they give him one under the chin.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Yep.
And another hit for Trammell into center field.
You believe it.
He is 4 for 4 on the day.
Now the people are cheering. He must be anticipating maybe some kind of a record happening here.
Alan Trammell has 4 hits on the day, and we're only in the 4th inning. If he's got anybody that can get him out. Here's Whitaker. Lou Whitaker has a single, a double, and a walk. And he's been on base 3 times.
Good start for Lou Whitaker, batting .571 at the start of the season. And Lou Whitaker could hit the left-handers as well as he does right-hander, be one of the most dominating players in baseball today, but he seems to struggle against left-handed pitching.
Tigers have scored 9 times this inning. This one is outside. It's 1-2 to Lou. Evens the count at 2-2. These 2 ball clubs will probably play a 1-0 game on Saturday. Second game of the series. Ball 3. Had 2 quick strikes on Whitaker. Now it's 3-2. Patterson gets ready, and a foul ball. This will reach the seats. Tigers scored 6 times in the 3rd inning. They have scored 9 times here in the 4th inning, and still only 1 out. Ball 3, strike 2. And a base hit into left. Whitaker gets his 3rd hit.
Well, the last 2 haven't been smashes, but they're still base hits. Looping the ball, Alan Trammell and then Lou Whitaker both looping the ball over the shortstop's head.
Tigers scored 3 times in the 9th inning yesterday to tie Toronto. Got a run in the 10th to win. And they keep it going here today. This is Cecil. He's had a 3-run homer and a walk today, and he scored a couple of times. And a base hit into center. Here comes Trammell. They're going to send him in, and it's 16-0. Cecil picked on the first pitch, and he rifled it into center field.
Well, this almost has to be some kind of a record. 4 guys, 2 base hits in 1 inning.
Yeah.
Cavilla to say, hey, I want to get in on this too.
Yeah, he hasn't had a hit today. He's been on base with a walk. Sammy Ellis. Did he swing at it? He did. Trent Waslick says he's calling 911.
Help.
Cavilla made a bid for a home run back in the 1st inning. He hit one deep to left with 2 runners aboard, but it was caught on the warning track. And then he has a big swing at it, strike 2.
Well, you know, Steve Lyons used to play for the White Sox here. They released him, and Radinsky, he has been known to come in and pitch a few innings when the White Sox have been blowing out of the game.
You hear the roar of the crowd as Incaviglia strikes out, and a standing ovation.
There he goes.
A standing ovation for the strikeout. Patterson says, I appreciate it. Yeah, Incaviglia's made both outs this inning. And here's Tettleton. He'll turn around and bat right-handed. He had a hit this inning and batted in 2 runs. 2 on and 2 outs for Mickey Tettleton. He takes it high. On a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time. The switch hitting Mickey Tettleton. 1 for 3 on the day with 2 runs batted in. And another big swing. Makes it 1 and 2. Patterson is the pitcher. He's the 3rd pitcher for the White Sox today. And a foul back. The Dodgers got 3 in the first inning. They lead San Diego 3-0. San Diego off to a good start. They lead the National League West by a game over Houston. This one's high. Ball 2 and strike 2.
San Diego the last couple of years been picked to be contenders, and they did nothing. This year they were picked to be down in the bottom of the National League West, and here they are on top.
This one is inside. 3-2, and they'll be running. Ball 3, strike 2. Anderson gets ready, and a ball hit wide at third, and a good play, and the throw. He got him. Good play by Ventura. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Tigers lead it 16-0.
Is now playing center field. Sparky's going to get a chance to put his defensive players in there. Incaviglia is out, and John Shelby moves from center field and is playing left. Looks like all the changes. No, De Los Santos is playing third base. And Bergman's playing first base. Looks like spring training.
Tigers have 16 runs on 16 hits today. The big thing has been the home run ball. Rob Deere has had 2 home runs. Cecil Fielder's had 1. Tony Phillips has had 1. Both of Rob Deere's home runs came with a runner on. Cecil hit one with 2 on, and Phillips hit one with 2 on. Tony Phillips in the 4th inning, Al, had a triple and a home run. If he'd have been to the plate enough, he might have hit the cycle in the 4th inning.
The little guy looked like he's getting on track. Again, we've mentioned how he plays with such great intensity. He loves to win, and hit the ball so well in spring training, but looks like he's finally getting started now. Frank Tanana, who pitched so well against these White Sox his last time out, went into the 9th inning with a 1-1 score. Now all of a sudden they popped up and got him 16 runs.
Well, a lot of changes, as Al pointed out. This is Thomas to lead it off. Frank Thomas, the leadoff man in the 4th, and he hits it foul.
So if you're keeping score, some changes. Bergman's at first base. De Los Santos is at third base. Shelby is now in left field. Kyler is in center field.
The pitch coming up to Thomas. Outside, makes it 1-1. Strike. And the pitch to the big first baseman. He hits it foul and out of play.
I'm telling you, those railings in the upper deck are not very high, and somebody reaching over there could take a flop right out of that.
It scares you to death. In a lot of ballparks, it scares you to death.
Anxious to catch a fly ball, reach out over, and
one is inside to Thomas. It's ball 2 and strike 2. He's been to the plate 1 time today, and he flied to right field. Frank Tanana has allowed 3 hits, 1 in each of the first 3 innings. And a fly ball into left center field. He's going to catch it. Almost collision out there. Kyler looked like he stumbled, and then he took off after the ball. Shelby was waiting on him.
Kyler is going to have to stop taking his eye off the ball and keep his eye on the ball. You see, he breaks in, he slips a little bit, and now almost a collision.
We'll bring up Fisk. Carlton Fisk had a base hit in the 2nd inning.
Kyler has that habit of breaking in, and then, but it was tremendous speed. He can sometimes catch up to the ball when he misjudges it.
Fisk with the most career home runs in the old Comiskey Park, 94. And he hits it on the ground to Trammell. Bobbles the ball for a moment, throws it in the dirt, and he still gets him. They tried every way in the world to get Fisk on base, but it didn't work. Allen bobbled it a couple of times, finally comes up with it.
Yeah, you can see there he juggles and then throws it in the ground, and look at the pickup by Bergman. That's a tough play because it's not a short hop. A short hop is a ball that hits maybe 2-3 inches in front of your glove, which is pretty easy play. But that hit maybe 2-3 feet in front of it.
Here's Sammy Sosa batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Sammy Sosa bounced to first base. He hit it on the end of the bat his first time up. Tanana gets ready, and the pitch to Sosa, a strike. Makes it 1-1. Might be getting some rain in Milwaukee, about 100 miles north of here. They've been in the 5th inning a long time. There's a pop-up. It'll be in play for Bergman. Berge is there, puts it away, and a 1-2-3 inning for Tanana. At the end of 4, the Tigers lead it 16-0. Off in the 5th inning. This is a very important inning for the Tigers. You say, why important in a 16-0 ball game? Well, it is not an official ball game until the White Sox bat in this inning. So the Tigers want to get this 5th inning in with a threat of rain all over the place. To Deer is a strike, makes it 1-1. Well, we're getting a weather report right now. It's 51 degrees, wind from the northeast at 13, and a little sunshine forecast. I don't see it right now, but there's a breaking ball. Partly sunny. One ball, 2 strikes. Still 1-2 to Deer. He bounced out in the 2nd inning. Hit a home run in the 3rd with a man on, and a home run in the 4th with a man on. And he pops it foul. He crushed his first home run about halfway up into the bleachers. His second home run was a line drive that got into the 1st or 2nd row on a pitch he had to reach for. And he strikes out.
It looks like the wind is not going to be a factor in this ballpark, George, unless it blows in from center field, because the stands are so high. I think it just knocks it down and it blocks the wind completely.
Here's John Shelby. He's had a double and a single. And he fouls it away. Tigers are having some terrific cuts, as if they almost know what's coming. Shelby just jumped all over that fastball.
You know, sometimes a team playing at home, they pressure, and then all of a sudden they get on the road. They tend to relax a little bit more.
I think we might have seen that from the White Sox today. They've been very relaxed on the road. Come home, big crowd, brand new stadium, a lot of hoopla, and they didn't play very well. Even though the Tigers have hit the ball very hard today, the White Sox have not played well.
Another thing, Tiger Stadium, a home run hitter's ballpark. Everybody trying to hit home runs here. They figure this is a big ballpark. Just try to hit the ball hard for a base hit, and they're hitting home runs.
And a fly ball into center. Lance Johnson is there, and there's 2 outs. Out number 2 in the 5th.
And De Los Santos will bat for the first time today.
He's looking for his first hit for the Tigers. 0 for 6 so far this season. Hit the ball hard a couple times, but right at people. Sparky thinks he's going to be a good hitter. Has a real long swing. Look how he keeps that bat way back, but he's still only young. He's only 24 years old.
Young man played some first base for Kansas City, and he hits it into center. Here's Johnson. And a 1-2-3 inning for the first time. The Tigers go out. Oh, the second time today they've gone out 1-2-3. 16-0. The Tigers lead it. Bottom of the fifth in Chicago on opening day here at brand new Comiskey Park. And if you just joined us, get ready for this. The Tigers scored 6 times in the third inning and 10 times in the fourth inning. And they lead it 16-0 as the White Sox bat in the fifth inning. This is Corey Snyder to lead it off. Corey flied to right field in the second inning. And he fouls it into the seats. Oh, a fellow with a glove caught it in the mezzanine section. He's got his little boy with him, too. A proud father catches one, gives it to his son. Brought his glove with him. That wouldn't happen again.
He's probably told his son all the time. He says, "Son, I could have been a major leaguer. I just didn't have the opportunity."
Right.
And his son believes him now. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. It's 1-2 to Corey Snyder. Tall, rangy, right-handed batter. Count goes even at 2-2. Ball 2, strike 2 as Tanana gets ready. And he taps it to the mound. Threw him a changeup. Snyder way out in front, hit it right on the end of the bat, right back to Tanana. That's out number 1 in the fifth inning. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Tiger baseball. Getting a pinch batter here.
This is Graybeck.
We saw this young man in Chicago. He got into the game late in the game over there at third base. So Graybeck is batting for Ozzie Guillen. And he hits it high in the air into center field. Well, Tyler camps under it, and out number 2. Graybeck wastes no time as he swings at the first pitch. Joey Cora is coming on to bat for Scott Fletcher as both managers getting their extra men into the game. Joey Cora
had a great year at Las Vegas. AAA ball club of San Diego. Hit .351. Las Vegas.
If he hits it on the ground and it bounces twice, he's got a good chance to beat it out. This one only bounced one time. And they throw him out. At the end of 5, the Tigers lead is 16-0. K-line is protected from the weather, and
I learned a long time ago, George.
Take your coat.
Take your coat. You never know what's going to happen.
I left home. It was 85. I didn't think about a coat until I got here last night. Here's Tony Phillips. Tony Phillips has had 2 hits. He got them both in the fourth inning, a home run and a triple. And he batted in 3 runs in the inning. Scored 2. A 1-strike pitch. Here's one hit hard into center field, and Tony Phillips has his 3rd hit of the day.
Well, that's what we saw all spring. Tony Phillips hitting line drives all over the place, but a slow start this year. It looks like he's getting it back right now.
And Alan Trammell has a chance to get 5 straight hits. This fellow singled in the first, in the third, and twice he singled in the 4th inning. And he's batted in a couple of runs today. Tigers now have 17 base hits. Everybody's had hits. It's been in the lineup with the exception of Fryman and Incaviglia. Sparky has found a lot to smile about here today. The game is official. We're in the 6th inning. This may be a double play. Out at second, out at first, and they finally get Alan Trammell out.
Well, here's the 2 newest players on the field. The youngsters just coming into the game turned a pretty quick double play.
Two quick outs, and it'll bring up Bernazard, who's playing at second base in place of Whitaker. Tony Bernazard will bat right-handed, and he hits it toward third, but it's foul. Strike to Tony. He's batting with 2 outs and nobody on, and a base hit up the middle. Tony Bernazard gets in on the act. A sharp single into center. 18. Let's see, the scoreboard has 17 hits for the Tigers. They have 18, but it doesn't matter, I guess, except to the man who's not being given credit for a hit. Here's Bergman. He's batting for the first time today. And a strike. Bergman into the ball game in place of Cecil Fielder. And a tap in front of the plate, and they're going to have to hurry to get him. They do. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 16-0. The Tigers lead it. Frank Tanana's going to have to bat.
That will be an experience in itself, but Tony getting a chance to play. Give Alan Trammell a break. Alan's played every game, and Sparky likes to get all of his players a chance to play, knowing that they will have to play sometime during the season, and they want to give Phillips a chance to play a little shortstop.
So the Tigers have Bergman, Bernazard, Phillips, and De Los Santos around the infield. And a big swing and a miss. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Tigers in front, 16-0. Tim Raines, the leadoff man. He has struck out and singled today. This pitch is high.
Usually in a situation like this, when a team's blowing the other team out, the pitcher would just go out there and throw fastballs down the middle, but not with Tanana.
To center. Milt Kyler on the run. He'll make the grab, and there's 1 out. 1 out in the 6th, and the batter will be Lance Johnson. Tanana has retired 9 batters in a row since Raines singled in the 3rd inning.
And Frank is probably saying, hey, you guys don't try to make outs when I'm struggling, so why should I let you get base hits?
Johnson is 0 for 2. Pitch is outside. Johnson struck out in the first inning, flied to left in the third. And he fouls this one away. Well, whatever. It's been a gala day here in Chicago. Brand new ballpark that they're going to be proud of for 50 years to come. White Sox with a good ball club, even though they haven't played well here today. Here's a drive up the middle, picked off by Phillips, and out! Oh, safe! He called him safe. Johnson running with the wind, and Phillips did about all he could do.
Bergman not too sure that he was not out, but he's not going to argue when the team's winning this much.
Let me see that. I'm not sure either. He is
out. He is out.
No doubt.
Mr. Riley missed another one.
Come on.
But hey, that's the way it goes.
He probably says, I've seen you strike out, Kel.
Oh, hey, many times.
So I missed one at first base. It's an infield single for Johnson. I bet you the Tiger bench gave it to him. They're right on top of the play over there, and they could see that, or at least they thought he was safe, out. One ball, one strike to Ventura. He's had a single today, a bunch single back in the first inning. There's the breaking ball high. Ball 2 and strike 1. Fouls this one away. Think it makes any difference who's playing shortstop? If Trammell had come up with that ball, made the throw?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I think he'd have called him out.
Well, I don't know about that, but Tony doesn't throw as well as Allen, and he took a little bit more time than Allen would have. And you can't expect Tony Phillips, who plays every place, to be a perfectionist at every place he goes.
He's very close to it.
He's the kind of guys you need on your ball club because he can play a lot of places, and you need a lot of, over a course of a long season, you need someone who can move around and give the other players a chance to get an injury better or take a day off.
Ball 2 and strike 2. And a base hit into right. He waited on the curve and he drilled it into right. So the White Sox, for the first time today, have 2 runners on base. 2 runners aboard with 1 out. And the batter is Frank Thomas.
Well, here's the guy they're waiting to get started. He had such a good year for the White Sox after being brought up in June. Hit 7 home runs, hit .330 for the White Sox after hitting 18 home runs at Birmingham.
Big guys flied to right and flied to left today. And he taps it to the mound. They got 1 play at first base and he gets it. Well, Thomas is out. The runners move up to second and third for Murillo.
Well, this is what Frank can do against power hitters. They take the long swing and they're anxious. They want to drive the ball, and all he does is just take a little bit off his fastball, turn it over, and get most of the hitters out in front, and he'll hit a lot of ground balls.
Matt Murillo batting for the first time today. Gets into the game in place of Fisk. So it's left-hander against left-hander with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Got the outside corner. One strike to Murillo. Frank would like to keep his shutout intact. And very well could. Here's the throw to first, and the inning is over. At the end of 6, the Tigers lead it 16-0. Batter's box inning, and going for the prize today is Francis Rubel from Hamtramck, Michigan. Now, if a Tiger hits a home run this inning, Francis, you're going to win $100 and a share of the $10,000 bonus at the end of the year. So good luck to you, Francis Rubel from Hamtramck.
Well, we have a new pitcher, and Francis, it's not too good for you because this guy is really tough to hit. He only allowed 1 home run in a year ago in 52 innings. Scott Radinsky, and this guy can throw hard, and he's picked up right from where he left off a year ago. 1-0. He's pitched 2 innings and no one's gotten a hit. He hasn't walked anybody, and he struck out 1. This guy can throw hard. Came right out of Double-A last year and was 6-1 with the White Sox.
Milt Kyler swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Kyler the batter. Tettleton will follow, and then Rob Deere. We're in the 7th, and the Tigers lead it 16-0. And a foul ball. All the scoring. This is hard to believe in a 16-0 game, but all the scoring came in 2 innings. Tigers got 6 in the 3rd inning and 10 in the 4th inning. It's strike 2 to Milt. That'll make it 1-2. Tigers sent 10 batters to the plate in the 3rd inning, and 15, if I counted right, in the 4th inning. 15 batters went to plate in the 4th inning. Is that about right?
I tell you, my scorecard is so messed up right now, I can't.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I'm not as neat as you are.
Well, mine doesn't look too good. The 2-2 pitch is bounced towards second. He'll have to hurry to get Milt. They're not going to get him. He beat it out for an infield single. Kyler hit it on the end of the bat. Slow roller to second, and he beat it out.
Yeah, if he hits high hoppers past the pitcher, then he has a chance to get base hits. See, the little second baseman makes a good play, but no chance to get Milt Kyler. And he won't be running, even though he could probably get a good jump and steal a base. But he will not be running with a big 16-0 lead. If he does, it'll be strictly on his own.
Mickey Tettleton, the batter. He's had a single and batted in 2. And this one got away. Now Kyler's going to run. He didn't. He thought it was a foul ball, but it was not a foul ball, I don't think. No foul ball. This just got by Murillo.
And we'll see it here if he does hit it. Well, I don't know. That's hard to tell there.
Sure did look like it, didn't it?
It's the top of the catcher's glove, but I don't know whether they caught the bat or not.
Must not have. They called it a strike. I mean, a pass ball, and it's 1-1 now to Tettleton. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second with nobody out. And a strike. He came right down the middle to Tettleton. And 2 to the Tiger catcher. He struck him out. He came right at him with 3 straight fastballs. And Tettleton strikes out. And the batter is Rob Deere. Rob Deere is 2 for 4. They've both been home runs, and he's batted in 4.
Radinsky is the first pitcher since Dwight Gooden in 1984 to make the big league roster after spending the previous season in A-ball. So that's a big jump.
Ball is low. I have only 3 strikeouts for the Tigers today. This one's fouled away. Tettleton struck out once, Deere once, and Incaviglia once.
That's what I have. That's unusual in itself.
Yeah, it is. As many times as many batters has gone to the plate on this day. A 1-1 pitch. Oh, he hit him right on the fizz. He's throwing hard, like you said. He comes right at him. It's 1-2 to Rob. We're in the 7th in Chicago. 16-0. The Tigers lead it. And Radinsky is the 4th pitcher. Curveball hangs outside.
I don't think they want him to pitch too long. He's the guy that pitches a lot, but maybe only for 1 inning, maybe a couple of batters. So he may be just pitching this inning, get some work in, because they do have a day off tomorrow. Ooh.
Deere fouls this one off his foot.
And that's why he wears the shin guard. I don't know whether that hit him above the shin guard or on it, but it still stings, and he has a history of doing that. Take a look at it again.
Did you?
Right on top of it, or right on the edge of it.
Did you ever do that?
Once in a while, usually on my foot, though, and not too much. You know, I didn't do it a lot of times. Well, yes, I've done it.
I never remember doing it. I surely did. I never remember fouling a ball on the foot.
Well, you have an uppercut swing, and you hit the top half of the ball, and it just,
yeah, I know,
just jams it right down. And most home run hitters are guys that like to hit the ball in the air, and to do that, you have to try to lift the ball.
Ball 2 and strike 2 to Deere. He struck him out. Fastball by him out. 2nd out of the inning, and the batter will be John Shelby. The worst case of a foul ball, or Hoot Evers hit one time, fouled it down on home plate, and it came right up and hit him in the eye. And I'm telling you, we were worried he was going to lose his eye for a while. Right off home plate and right back up into the eye. Here's Shelby. Runner at 2nd. 2 outs. Tyler opened the inning with a single. Went to 2nd on a pass ball, and he's still there. Fly ball hit to right. A towering fly. It's going to be caught, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 16-0. The Tigers lead it. Francis Robo from Hamtramck, a Budweiser jacket and cap. Now, if you'd like to enter, you send your name, address, and phone number to Bud Batter's Box, Post Office Box 12, 258, St. Louis, Missouri, 63157.
Okay, Mickey Tettleton is now in right field. Remember, Mickey played center field at one time in college for Oklahoma State. And Allenson is now the new catcher.
And Rob Deere is out of the ball game.
Yeah, what they want to do is go get the ice on it so it doesn't swell up too much. He has a day off tomorrow.
Sammy Sosa will lead it off for the White Sox here in the 7th inning. Sammy today has bounced to first base and fouled to the first baseman. And he hits it hard at Phillips. Good play, and he'll throw him out. That ball was hit like a bullet. Didn't take a true hop either. It came up a little bit on Tony, and he made a fine play.
This ball is hit like a shot. Fortunately, it's one big hop, and back on his heels, makes the play, and makes a good throw.
Corey Snyder is the batter. And he hits it toward third. De Los Santos throws him out. Good play by De Los Santos. Tigers are making some fine plays by the extra men here today.
Little sidearm throw. The ball sinks into the runner, but Berge's able to maneuver himself so he can make the play.
2 outs in the 7th. Graybeck, the batter, he's batted 1 time today and flied to center field. Two outs and nobody on. Ball, no strikes. It's got to be raining in Milwaukee. They're still in the 5th inning. Baltimore 3, Milwaukee 2, and they've got to be in a rain delay up there. And a strike to Graybeck.
Now, the forecast was Chicago was going to get some rain later on tonight.
One ball, 1 strike. We're in the 7th inning in Chicago. Tigers lead it by a score of 16-0.
2 big innings. 6 runs in the 3rd, 10 runs in the 4th, and that's it.
The 2-1 pitch. A strike makes it 2-2. You might tell this youngster it's been a long, cold day and he'd better swing. Ball 2 and strike 2. And he pops it up. Here's Tettleton in right field. He'll grab it and the inning is over. At the end of 7, it's 16-0.
For the White Sox a year ago, there's his record this year. He's pitched very well for them, obviously, after White Sox getting off to a good start. Just 2 innings pitched so far this year. Has allowed just 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out just 1 last year with the White Sox. 3 and 5 years pretty much as a long reliever, come in to get 1 or 2 hitters out. Had 2 saves last year for the White Sox.
De Los Santos will lead it off. Phillips and then Tanana will have to bat 3rd this inning.
Nobody warming up, so I guess Frank is going to bat.
De Los Santos fouls it away. He's batted once today since getting into the game, and he flied to center field. Don Paul delivers. This ball is hit foul.
We have some notes here. Most runs scored on an opening day was 15 scored by the Sox in 1908. Were you in that game, George?
No, I came the next year.
Oh, next year.
I missed that game.
Thought maybe you might have hit a couple grand slams in that game or something.
I didn't miss this one, though.
So the Tigers go into the record books. 16 runs on opening day here.
It's 1-2 to De Los Santos. Struck him out. He'll have to throw him out. Ball got away from Murillo. So there's 1 out in the 8th inning. The batter will be Tony Phillips. And we're waiting to see if Tanana moves into the on-deck circle. Here he comes. The slugger with his bat, and he's ready.
All right. A little wager.
All right.
I bet he puts the ball in play.
He sure will try. He's such a competitor.
Oh, he's a good athlete. But the only trouble, this guy out here throws nothing but forkballs, and I don't know whether Frank's ever seen one of those.
He is such a competitor. I'll tell you, he'll be trying to get a base hit.
He doesn't want those other pitchers to get on him for striking out. He wants to put the ball in play. That's almost as important as a win to those pitchers.
We'll know pretty soon. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's over talking to the fans. Frank's having a walk in the park. He doesn't even know where the on-deck circle is.
No. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tony. And a drive off the glove of the first baseman. See how they score that? He hit it hard right at Thomas off his glove into right field, and Frank Tanana will be the batter.
This ball is hit hard. It takes a little bit of a bad hop. We'll see what they score that.
They scored a base hit.
Well, I'm glad, but I think that's kind of generous.
Tony Phillips has had 4 hits today. Here's Tanana. You won't see this much. The pitcher batting in the American League, and he fouls it away. He's got the right idea. Don't let him get ahead of him. Put it in play quickly.
Frank was a great, besides being a great basketball player and baseball player, he's a great basketball player in high school. Don't hurt yourself, Frank.
No, I was just fixing to say, if you hit it on the ground, let them double you up. No,
he just hit one off his foot. They're throwing the ball out. I don't like his chances now, George.
No, his chances are striking out.
He looks like Fred Lynn at the plate. Look how he
does.
Look at that. They had a piece on Fred Lynn last night on ESPN.
No, Frank, once you got 2 strikes on you, son, you were in trouble.
He's playing a little game with the fans. Look at it.
I'll say one thing. He had 3 good swings. There wasn't anything cheap about it. Fouled off a couple, then he struck him out, and the batter is Bernazard.
Read his lips. He said fork ball. How can he throw me a fork ball?
He could throw him whatever he wanted to, because Don Paul knows he'll never bat against Tanana or anybody else.
Yeah, I was talking about Fred Lynn. There was an article. I mean, there was a piece done on Fred Lynn by ESPN last night. I happened to be watching it in my room, and he expects some team to give him a call to play. Here's a guy that's been hurt the last 10 years he's played.
Yeah, the last 10 years. You're right.
And you think somebody's going to pay him that kind of money to...
That'll be a wild pitch charged to Don Paul. I saw last night, too, that Bill White suspended Ron Dibble for 3 days.
They should. There's no excuse for someone who throws the ball 95, 100 miles an hour just because somebody gets a base hit.
Throwing it behind
throws it behind somebody. He can kill somebody.
Well, I was just going to say, he's suspending 3 days. That's 27 less than I would have given him. I'd have given him 30 days. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 16-0. The Tigers lead it. First pitch. Cora drove it through the middle into center field, and he's on, the leadoff man, here in the 8th inning. The batter will be Tim Raines. Tim Raines has had 1 hit today and 3 trips. You're going to see a lot of first ball hitting. They figure Frank will just be trying to get the ball over, not walk anybody. And he swings at the first pitch. Well, Bo Schembechler knows baseball, and he knows when to leave, too, on a cold, raw day. And at the end of last inning, with a score 16-0, Bo made his way to the exit.
Beat the crowd.
There's a lot of people beating the crowd right now. Curveball is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're not going to double this fellow up very often, nor the next one, Lance Johnson. But the Tigers are at double play depth. the curveball over. Makes it 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th. The runner at first and nobody out. Ball hit down the line. Is it fair or foul?
Another young man with a glove makes the play right there. How about that? Probably 2 people that brought their glove to the ball game, and both of them caught fly balls or foul balls.
Yeah, I carry my glove out here for 10 years and never catch one. Never get close to one. So one thing, he went right down to the railing to get it, though. He didn't come right into his seat. Pitch is inside. Two and two to Tim Raines. I think they've resumed play in Milwaukee. It looks like they're in the 8th inning right now. Still 3-2. Ball 2, strike 2. We'll make it 3-2. Frank doesn't want to walk anybody with a 16-run lead. I wonder how many times in his career he's had a 16-run lead.
I bet you none.
None would be a good guess. And he had that back in the 4th inning. There's a ball to short. They might get 2, and they will. They double up Tim Raines. The speedy Raines hit it hard at shortstop. Phillips, Bernazard, and over to Bergman.
This ball was hit hard. One real quick hop to Tony, a quick toss to Bernazard, and Tony's able to turn the double play.
And Frank Tanana liked that. 2 outs in the 8th, and the batter is Johnson. Lance Johnson has had 1 hit today. He beat out an infield single. There's a strike on the outside corner. Strike 2. He got the corner again.
Strike zone's getting a little bit wider, but not by much.
Strike 2 to Johnson with 2 outs in the 8th inning. Got him 3 in a row, and he waves him away. We go to the 9th. 16-0. The Tigers lead it.
Quite a pitcher he is. Bobby Thigpen. This guy broke all kind of records last year. Had 57 saves and 65 opportunities. And he's right back on track with 4 saves already. 4 games he's pitched in. 5 innings, allowed just 1 hit. Struck out 6, walked only 4. Obviously must need to work. Day off tomorrow. He's going to let him come in and pitch an inning.
He'll be facing Bergman, Kyler, and Tettleton here in the 9th inning. We said a moment ago we doubted Tanana ever had a 16-run lead. He beat Seattle 14-0 one time. That's not 16, but that is a 14-run lead. Berge fouls it away. They won't take many pitches off Thigpen. He throws hard and throws strikes. That's why he's a great reliever. Here's a line drive speared by the 3rd baseman. Just an outstanding play by Robin Ventura at 3rd base. And the batter is Kyler.
Ventura has turned into an exceptional 3rd base. You know, his reputation in college was that he wasn't a great fielder, but he has shown some good movement and some good plays.
Pitches outside to Milt Kyler.
Well, the Windy City is living up to its name. The hot dog wrappers and stuff are starting to blow onto the field.
And it is a windy day at the moment. This one is high. They're in the 9th inning now in Milwaukee. It's still Baltimore 3, Milwaukee 2. Boston beat Kansas City 1-0 in Boston. All 3. Bobby Thigpen having trouble getting the ball over to Milt Kyler. All 3 no strikes. Whoops, Milt had started for first base and up with the right hand. All 3 strike 1. And he fouls it away. Milt Kyler is not getting around on Bobby Thigpen. That one went right into the White Sox dugout.
I tell you, you have to be on your toes in the dugouts. They are very close to the batter's box.
All 3 strike 2. And if it's close, Milt, you better be swinging. He does. Fly ball to left. Pretty well hit. Snyder on the warning track to make the catch.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a hitter's ballpark.
I'm beginning to believe it.
Ball is carrying that. The wind is blowing towards right field, and you just don't expect the ball to go to left field when it's that high. But the stands here are so high that I don't think the wind bothers the ball until it gets way out in the outfield.
You see how high the stands are that Al's talking about here. Once it gets past that, the wind can knock it down a little bit. Here's Tettleton with 2 outs and nobody on. And he hits it to the shortstop. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 16-0. The Tigers lead it. Ventura's had 2 hits today. He is the only Chicago player to have 2 hits. And he fouls it away. White Sox players coming out slashing. They know Frank's going to try to throw strikes, and they go right at him. This one's outside. Milwaukee scored a run in the bottom of the 9th inning, and they are tied 3-3 in the 10th with Baltimore. This one is low. Ball 2 and strike 1. And the 2-1 pitch. Ooh, he fouled that one right over the top of the White Sox dugout.
Wow. How that can miss people, I don't know.
Well,
that's right down by Bobby Brown.
A lot of people had left the stadium. There's Bobby Brown, president. Didn't bother him right in the middle there.
He had great hands. He probably would have fielded it.
He would have caught it. That's right. Both the umpire and the pitcher, Tanana, doing a little housekeeping. It's 2-2 to Ventura. Pitch coming up from Tanana. And it'll make it 3-2.
Getting some action in the Tiger bullpen. It might be somebody out there just wanting to throw some. Maybe hasn't thrown for a while. We can't tell from where we are.
This one is foul. Ventura just missed extra bases by a foot or so. All 3 and strike 2. Frank Tanana trying to get him out in the bottom of the 9th with a 16-run lead. This will be out of play. Ventura is the type that gets the bat on the ball. Won't strike him out very much, not even left-handers. Frank tries it again, and a bouncing ball wide of second. Bernazard gets his man. He was in the outfield grass by about 3 steps. So there's 1 out in the 9th, and the batter is Frank Thomas, 0 for 3 on this day.
Now, he has not had a good day. There's been a couple of plays down at first base that looked like he could have made and didn't handle the balls.
That's the changeup, and it's low. He's hit a couple of balls right on the end of the bat. Over anxious against Tanana, and a strike makes it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tanana has allowed 6 hits today, no runs, and just a superb performance. And another strike at the inside corner. Frank Thomas didn't like that call too much. He'll change up on him now. Thomas will be swinging away with 2 strikes. Nope. Threw him a fastball, and he lines a base hit into right field. Frank trying to surprise him, and he didn't get the fastball by him. So a 1-out single by Frank Thomas. The batter is Matt Murillo. Matt Murillo. He's batted 1 time since getting into the game, and he bounced out. Pitches outside to Murillo. They can double this fellow up, and Tanana will be trying to get him to hit it on the ground. Ball 2. Ball 2, no strikes. They play well behind Thomas at first base. And a fly ball to right. Going to be an easy play for Tettleton. 2nd out of the inning, and it'll leave it up to Sammy Sosa. Frank Tanana, 1 out away from a shutout here on opening day in Chicago. Cold, raw, windy day in Chicago. The rain is held off. Sammy hits it right to the mound, and that should be the game, and it is. Right back to Tanana. The final score of the game, the Tigers 16, Chicago nothing, and we'll be right back. A whole host of heroes on this day for the Tigers, but our Budweiser Tiger Player of the Game goes to Rob Deere. Rob Deere had 2 home runs, batted in 4, and our congratulations to Rob Deere, our Budweiser Tiger Player of the Game. Well, that's it from Chicago. For Al Kaline and Bernie Smilovitz, this is George Kell, hoping you'll be with us this Monday at 7:30 when the Tigers take on the New York Yankees. Once again, the final score today, Detroit 16, Chicago nothing.
Tigers Baseball, brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you, friends know when to say when.